Okay. After multiple times of on-off starts, power cycles, and trying to troubleshoot to get it to recreate my issues that I've been having, I think I finally found a consistent issue. So my printer is already completed. We have already got everything off. I haven't touched anything since it completed the print. So we'll come back here and print via USB. And the issues I was having, I'm guessing, was whenever I would replace the head or replace the filament or do anything like that, then whenever I would start a print, my assumption is when it homes and does that, that means nothing to the printer, and it actually doesn't have a correct origin. If I mess with the E-steps or change filament or mess with anything before starting the next print, for some reason, it loses where the hell it's at. So we're gonna let it start, and it doesn't matter if I stop it in the wiping sequence or in the probing sequence or both, it doesn't matter. I'll get this one ready to abort, so that way I can abort it during the wiping sequence as soon as it starts, and I'll recreate what I was having issues with. It took days to figure this out, so hopefully it's still gonna do it for me. I did it really perfect yesterday, and it repeated every single time. But it's been intermittent. It'll either do it if I do mess with the steps, if I don't mess with the steps, if I'm pausing it before or after the wipe. So we started the wipe process. We'll hit enter, abort it, so it'll abort after that wipe process. Okay. So now, if I were to restart that print, it would work perfect. But if I do this, menu, change filament, heat it up, let it get to where it needs to be. We'll say we need to load filament, unload filament, whatever. Turn that off. Try to send it down a little bit, see if we can get some coming out. Whatever. Okay, so we know we're hot. We'll go okay. We'll go to move access, and let's say we'll just add 10 or 20 because it just retracted 10 from the last startup. So we want to make sure we have enough for when the print starts. If I hit back. Okay, well, let's start a print now. Sent the command, and it does not matter if I do it through USB or through the computer. It's just easier this way. Hopefully this thing doesn't make me lie. And it doesn't, it looks like it's gonna. So if it wipes correctly, I'll stop it again and after the leveling process and see. Because it's hit or miss. It's either before or after. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. So it did wipe correctly. So I will abort it right as it's going down to the leveling matrix. Abort. Okay, I hit abort. So now it'll finish its leveling matrix. It's not pushing hard. Perfect. So this would be like if my Z height was off because the tip was dirty during the leveling sequence or something crazy, so I just had to stop the print. So there, it stopped. That's it. So now, shit, okay, it wasn't extruding, or I didn't set everything up right. Menu, let's go back to change filament, 180. Shouldn't take it long to get up there. Didn't realize I wasn't recording it. So we'll load, continuous, whatever, move axis, add 10, let it do its 10. Okay, back, and then we will start it again. So now we can see. I'm still trying to figure out this gimbal. So that is gonna fail. Watch. It's gonna be too high, so I'm gonna need to hurry up and abort it. Yes, it's not gonna wipe correctly, watch. That is what I get. If I mess with anything after the fact, as soon as I start a print, sometimes it's before the wiping sequence, if I stop it before the wiping sequence like this, it's gonna do that crap, not figure out what the hell's going on, and I'm gonna have to shut it off or auto home it, and that's the only way I could fix it. If I were to auto home it now, instead of shutting it off, I will show you that. Menu, auto home. How come the printer doesn't realize what its origin is? I didn't move anything. All I adjusted was E-steps. The extruder was exactly where it left off. And as soon as I started that next print, it had no idea where it was. So I auto homed it, right? If I start the print again now, it'll be fine. But if I didn't do that, I would have to power cycle it. It's either or. That's what I figured out. So now it knows where the hell it's at. Now it should wipe properly. I'll get the abort print ready, and it's gonna wipe properly, because I kind of have a visual aid where it's at the top of this filament spool holder. This piece right here where it touches the end stop, it normally is in line with that. And I can tell if it wipes correctly by seeing that. So now you can see it. It will wipe correctly. It's in there wiping wonderfully, just like it's supposed to. I'll go ahead and cancel it. It happens more often after the leveling sequence than it does stopping it in the wiping sequence. And not only that, so let's say I haven't messed with anything. We'll try it one more time. See if it messes up twice in a row. Because I didn't stop it after the leveling. I stopped it before the leveling. So let's see if this will... Boom. Move axis. Throw 10 on it. Back. So, and I haven't messed with trying to do any axis and then doing it, which I'm sure will do the same damn thing. I'll try that next. But just to see, let's see what it does. Start print. Let's see if it... knows what it's doing. Go ahead and hit back. I've been doing a lot of trial and error, so that's how I was continuously getting this error, whether it be changing filament, changing tool heads, changing whatever. So that is too high. It messed it up. It's gonna mess up again. So let me get the abort ready. Just by messing with the E-steps, I didn't move anything else. Nothing moved, and it doesn't know where the fuck it's at. What is this shit? Why, when I start the print and it goes to the home position, does it not register that origin? Or what origin is it trying to register from? That's what I'm not understanding. I don't know why it's not doing that. So now I know if I auto home it, it's going to be fine. Next time I start the print, it'll be good to go. It'll register its origin. It figures out what the fuck it's doing. All right, we're good, right? So now let's try to do it with moving an axis and then starting another print and see if it does the same thing. So come back over here, start print. Get the abort ready. So all I have to do is smash enter as soon as I see it start wiping. That is right, it's gonna wipe correctly. You can see that correlation right there with the X carriage and that filament spool. It will go down, it will go over, it will wipe correctly. I will stop it at the, we'll do it first here. We'll stop it at the wipe sequence and then move an axis and start a print and see what it does. So it'll go, zip back, okay. So now, okay, oh shit, I think the tip's clogged or something. I don't know, let's move the axis up so we can clear that tip, or there's something stuck to it. So let's just go up, 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 whatever, we're messing with it. Let's move this over just a little bit, and then the X over. We'll mess with the axis a little bit. So back, and now we'll start a print and see what she does. This right here should create the origin and it figure out where the hell it's at, and it's not doing it consistently. I don't know if this is just a pre-start sequence or what, but I don't know why messing with the E steps was causing that. Yep, it's not gonna do it. It's gonna be too high. It makes no sense to me. Not only that, after, I better get the abort ready so it doesn't try to start going crazy. So it's not going to wipe correctly. It was just a little high, so maybe just the tippy tip of that nozzle is gonna touch, but that's not correct. It should be a little bit lower. It's a little off. So my Z height is gonna be off, and that's what I was getting. So every single time I would start a print, I would have to move my Z height 10, 20, or 0.10, 0.20, 0.30, sometimes even more, just to get a decent first layer. So now we'll do this. I'm gonna power cycle the machine to clear any nonsense I've been doing with it, so there's no confusion on that. Maybe that was an issue after the fact or whatever, but I've tried this before to do the backlash adjustment. Whenever I do the backlash adjustment, you can see right here where the print head gets like stuck in between these two, and it's like forcefully pushing down the bed, trying to get its calibration for this cube, like it doesn't know where the hell the cube is. So turn back on, we should be homed, right? I will go to menu, advanced, backlash, measure automatically, and hit yes. The tip itself, I don't know if you're able to see it. You should be able to see it. I can't get this stupid gimbal figured out, but it's clean. And I constantly wipe. So that's wiping correctly. It'll come over. And it's pushing on the bed. Like you can see it literally pushing on the bed. How the hell is it supposed to get a good contact when the nut portion of that tool head is pushing down on the bed on the magnetic? You see it? It didn't matter. It's done this on the HE, the SL, the HS, all of the different heads that I've put on here. It's done the same exact thing, and I get scared, so I shut it off because I don't want it to fucking break anything, and I turn it back on in auto home, and I've never ever been able to do the damn backlash adjustment. The only time I've been able to is with the dual head. Why does it do that? Riddle me that one. I have not changed anything in the G-code. I have not changed anything in the startup or finish G-code. I have not changed anything in the settings in Cura. It's the Cura 3.637. The firmware version on the machine is, I will show you, manage firmware, connect to obtain. Okay, so let's connect to it. I don't know why it says I'm not connected to it. Let's do this. Connect. So I'm connected now. I don't want to add a damn printer. I hate fucking touchpads. Firmware is 2.0.144.7. That is the current firmware version on my machine. How can I fix this? I realize that my stopping the print and starting the print, I just need to shut it off and do that, but why can't I do my backlash adjustment with any single extruder head with this firmware?